EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker for the Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Line. First down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taking this territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A.J. Klein coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Cousins now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Got it. Go down. 5-8.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Got it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Got it. What the fuck?
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And give him 12 yards and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
11.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
11.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Got it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
Over. 21. Got it. My mate. Over.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Yeah, fucking boss him out. That shit, boy, man. That's crazy shit.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
That's saving his ass. It's saving his fucking ass, too, boy. I'm talking about he killing me with it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Killing me with it.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw is Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
He needs an extra seconds for that dude to pop open. They don't break that shit. They don't shed their tackle. You don't get to it. He open. They don't stop it. You know where we're at.
Cousins.
Got a good learn game too, boy.
Under heavy rush and down he goes. A.J. Klein in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Gonna let it fly for Ruda. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown. Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. 72 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
You shared 2 bogus-ass sacks.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Bulldozes past him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, here's Brees. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, tried to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On third down, here's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Thank you, 2 minutes.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know whose voice that is.
36.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I got to find out who this shit is.
Brees now on first down.
Oh, yeah,
Flushed
Brees.
out
Come
right.
here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true.
Where
in
you
this
going,
game.
son? Hold up, man.
Right.
Come on
They
back
seem to
over
have
here,
gone
son.
off tendency quite
Keep
a
your
bit,
daddy
but
distracted.
only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Got it. 12.
Back to the air on second down. It's Brees. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. from the right hash here. Should be an easy one. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Oh, you over there eating snacks and not bringing me none? Damn, where's snacks at?
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. On play action, Cousins looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Hey, go stir the spaghetti today. Go stir the spaghetti. Don't get burnt.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara.
Hold up now. Hold up now.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now prior to this third and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a third and 1 situation.
Ready, kill.
Long-ass microphone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On first down, Breeze steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. To throw is Breeze. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
11. Got it. Got it. 11.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas, say,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Hey,
let me go ahead and show my age a little bit.
I ain't mean to get off the game like that, but good game, though.
Line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
To return it, Alvin Kamara dances by him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
New York City, goddammit.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Think about Debo trying to say. He tried to lie.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Just tell the truth. That's what we do.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Come up with a big Debo theme song.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Taking it in from the 20. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
You know it.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
To turn that shit around. You know it. Trey Ross broke 2 juicy-ass sacks for my ass, like Stafford. I'm like, ooh, shake them haters off. Refrigerator Perry had his ass wrapped up. He shook the fridge ass off.
Now a toss to the right side.
Like 40 yards.
That's Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Bailey now to kick this one away.
And he threw one good juke move.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Nah, McCoy.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
Trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much. I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Got to stop bulleting that thing, man.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh.
21.
Yeah, you threw it low.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Hey, I think Ruben was half power offense too.
And they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I got the ball on the 5-yard line. 5-yard line was like all the way to the touchdown, so I'm driving the ball. He got the ball back in the 2nd quarter with a minute left. I'll fix your ass. I got the ball in the 1st quarter. He got the ball back in the 2nd quarter with a minute left. I ate up all the first half.
Hey, two.
Slow down.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, chill.
Uh-oh.
Now Breeze.
Oh, Breezy. Little Gorbachev
for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Your wife, slap him in the back of the head.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 43.
I had Indiana play some basketball too.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to on to their lead.
Oh,
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw
I use
him
my
complete
bump ball.
big-time play for a touchdown.
My juke button.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
That's all I see around my field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
What the fuck are you doing?
Power his way up near the 25. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Good spin.
Now Breeze on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They need to develop into a good player, though.
11.
He a hard-hitting safety, too. He got some speed, too.
Yeah.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's complete to Meredith. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
I think Dalvin should retire.
95-56, 95.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
2nd
and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh, you know it.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now Breeze going to back away. He'll signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Okay. Screenplay.
This weekend, we're gonna play some Red Dead though.
Again, it's Breeze.
This weekend I'll be fucked up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll
40.
say it's incomplete.
It's the big 40 coming up.
Open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the
as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Back at the 46. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss of 10.
Got it.
So here we go on 4th down He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15.
Pull everybody back.
Touchdown. New Orleans Saints get a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on top. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What you play, contain?
To throw, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it.
They always gonna stop.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Cousins. Slant caught. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins.
Oh, he spun the wrong way.
The turning point they need. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick
that nigga stepped out of bounds.
Doesn't it? It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Got it!
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Easy. 11. 12. Waiting for a second.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to find Diggs. Stephon Diggs. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long circuit hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
I got 2 minutes, man.
It'll be a gain of 4.
Can I get a little sparring with my
leaves him with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing, Cousins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 52 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
No, I ain't going to be pissed off about it.
Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete, and brought down, but not before reaching. He threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze to throw. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Cousins here to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Yep, appreciate you. Come on, Bama, man. Don't come in here with that shit. What you do it then, fat mouth? Come on, you won the last percentage shit, Bama. I had upsetted you, but you were supposed to beat me one-handed. I'm finna play Bama ass real quick. Alright, man. What Bama at, man? Oh yeah. See. Nah, but you know he got an alright game, but he passed a lot. He passed way too much. I did just sitting past you. McCoy, he got an alright game. Hey, they won't let me send this shit to you. You gotta send it to me.
I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a
Hey, Gunner.
dripping in the sauce right now.
Hey, Bama said he ain't never even seen me or even thought I played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nah, I'm on. I might need the mutant.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Appreciate it.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Ready, white 25.
Second down, Winston. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Check.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
I can.
Gone. 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 Leopard. Leopard.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Right, that's over with. That was this day. Today. That's today.
This is the one that needs to be turned in.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's see if you turn them on.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Pro Bowler, Brent Grimes, brings him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Here's about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Put it on.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A first down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Buying time to his left, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Oh, he said give him a call.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire. Take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the interception, here's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On the ground, Rodgers. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Anderson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on first down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Bucs now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
4 down. Move.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard's still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rosen will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They can't tackle him. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10, looking for the end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Going right side here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here we go with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now Rosen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals win out to 22 points. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
When you have a guy who has mobility, bootlegging him out of the pocket is often a big-time call, especially on a 4th down play. It gives him a run-pass option.
Yeah, but it's also gutsy, right, because you're exposing your quarterback quite a bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one at all, because on the bootleg, you've got to hope that the defensive ends or outside linebackers take the fake. If they don't, they're often right in the face of the guy trying to exit out.
Now he's going to sit, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Anderson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. 3rd down here.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's got Fitzgerald. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We got three, fellas. We got three. No. Check. Patriot.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. First target, first catch at a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Carl Nassib in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Rosen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Right, 3rd and long. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. Winston to his big play receiver, Jackson, 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Easy. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Hey, I don't think he can beat Sean Game neither.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Shit. You probably have trouble with Twan.
45. A really nice gain of 25
Twan to go.
yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Carl Nassib in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, here's Rosen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 4th down. Here's Rosen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yeah.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games.
Yeah, next week will be way better. Sunday.
Okay.
So Saturday, because you work Saturdays, right?
No, I don't work Saturdays. I was just working Saturdays to make up hours.
Okay. So which one you think is better, Saturday or Sunday?
Probably Saturday is better. Sunday.
For my partner, Charles.
It's a rest day. Yeah.
Okay, so
Which league you in?
Okay.
are you inviting somebody?
I don't know. I gotta ask June. I don't know June friends like that. I'm sorry. You don't know him. I gotta ask Clarence.
Because I don't have any friends other than Clarence and Chuck. I don't have anybody.
Hey, that's all who I got is family and stuff, so I don't have anyone either. And June got a lot of folks, so I don't know. I'm sorry, I keep calling him June, but Clarence. I call him